Hi, I am Sanjay Patel. In this lecture, I am going to discuss some useful theorems about characteristic of a ring. Let us recall what is the characteristic of a ring. Say if R is a ring, R plus dot is a ring, and if there exists a smallest positive integer, let me write integer n such that n into a equal to 0, this 0 is the 0 element of the ring for all elements a belongs to R, then this n is called characteristic of the ring R. So we write CHAR, characteristic of R is equal to n. So this is our definition of characteristic. Okay, let me remove this. So keeping in mind this concept, let us begin with our first result, and we'll derive a result to find characteristic in an easy way. Let R plus dot be a ring with unity element. Okay, this is something like a small intermediate result which we are going to prove, which we are going to use in our main theorem next. So this you cannot write as a theorem, just let me write as a small result which we will refer as a lemma. So let me call this as a lemma. Just a minute. Lemma means a small result which we are proving somewhere in between to use in some other big theorems. So let R plus dot be a ring with unity. Okay, then prove that n into a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R if and only if n times 1 is equal to 0. This 1 is the unity element of the ring. So let us prove this small result first. So there are two parts here. One part is obvious. Can you see which part is trivial? This part is trivial. Okay, if we have n into a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R, suppose this is true, then it is obvious that n into 1 is also equal to 0 because 1 is an element in the ring. This says it is true for all elements of the ring. N times a equal to 0 is true for all elements of the ring. So in particular, it is true for 1 also. So in this case, nothing to prove. So this way it is done. Now the reverse. We are given that n into 1 equal to 0. This n is a fixed natural number. And now I want to show that n into a equal to 0. N into a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R. Okay. So let me take an arbitrary element a and start like this. So I consider n into a, which means a plus a plus a, it is n times. That is the simple meaning of this, our notation. This I can rewrite as 1 into a because the ring has unity element. A is an element of the ring. So I can write it as 1a, 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 again n times. Okay. And now applying the distributive property. Okay, by grouping and again grouping, we can have this step 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on, that is n times 1 plus 1 plus 1 into a by distributive law. Since it is a ring, I can say because of distributive law in the ring. Okay, this is because of distributive law. And 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1 is an element of the ring, and if you add it n times, it is denoted by n into 1 by our convention. So this into A we are getting. But in the hypothesis, we have n into 1 equal to 0, so I can write as 0 into A. Remember, this 0 is not the integer 0, it is the element 0 element of the ring. And in any ring, 0 into something is equal to 0, okay, by the property of the ring. So what is proved is n times A equal to 0, and since A is any element, this is true for every A belongs to R. Okay, so what I have proved in this result is very useful, and let me rewrite that. Thus, we have shown that n into A equal to 0 for every A belongs to R if and only if n into 1 equal to 0. And this is valid only when the ring has unity element. And I am going to use this result again and again at many places in the next theorem. So let me write down the statement of our next important theorem about finding the characteristic of a ring having unity element. So let R plus dot be a ring with unity. Be a ring with unity element. Okay. Then prove that characteristic of the ring R is equal to some positive integer n if and only if n, let me write in the new line, if and only if n is the smallest positive integer such that n into 1 equal to 0. So this result tells you if you want to find a characteristic of a ring R, and if the ring has unity element, then you need to check only that how many times 1 should be added with itself, or what is the minimum number of times 1 should be added with itself, so that you will get 0. In other words, you can say here the meaning of the last step, that n is the smallest positive integer such that n into 1 equals 0 means the order of the element 1 with respect to addition is n. That is additive order. You know the meaning of this notation. Additive order of the unity element is n. Okay. Order of A in the group we have already understood. So in that sense, I am writing that additive order of 1 is n. Let us prove this result. There are two parts. So let us begin with the first one. So first part, suppose we are given that characteristic of the ring R is n. Okay. What is the meaning of this? This means n is the smallest positive integer. N is the smallest positive integer such that n into n into A equal to 0 for every A belongs to R. This we are writing just by definition. And we have proved just now in the above lemma that if n equals 0 in a ring with unity, then I can write that this must imply n into 1 is equal to 0. Okay, n into 1 is equal to 0. So n is a fixed positive integer for which n times 1 is equal to 0. But what is our aim is to show that n is the smallest number. This does not mean that n is the smallest positive integer which works for the unity element. We can have something less than n for which also that number times 1 can be 0. So we must prove in detail that it is not so. So what I am going to do is I will take some other integer. Suppose if possible, for say some integer m less than n, where m is some positive integer, we have m into 1 equal to 0. Okay, suppose I am taking some positive integer which is smaller than n and for which m into 1 is equal to 0. And if m into 1 is equal to 0, that means m into a is also 0 for every a belongs to R. Okay, and that means we have a positive number m which is smaller than n and for which ma equal to 0 for every a, but that contradicts the characteristic of the ring R. Okay, so this contradicts because m is less than n. This contradicts the fact that characteristic of R is equal to n. What does this mean? That means n is the smallest number or smallest positive integer for which na equal to 0 for every a. But what we are proving is m into a equal to 0 and m is less than n is given here. So this is not possible. And therefore our supposition is wrong. Okay, suppose there is a number m less than n which exists for which m into 1 equal to 0. That means the number n itself is the smallest number. So it follows from this and this, let us call this as 1 and this number 2. So that this m is not the smallest integer. So therefore n is the smallest positive integer such that n into 1 equal to 0. Okay, so one part is proved in this theorem. If characteristic of R is n, then we have shown that n is the smallest positive integer for which n into 1 equal to 0. Now let us prove the converse. This is given condition, n is the smallest number with n into 1 equal to 0, and I want to prove the characteristic of R is equal to n. So in the converse part, we want to prove that characteristic of R is equal to n. Okay, we are given that or let me write in short form. We have n is the smallest positive integer, such that this is given in the hypothesis in the converse part, such that n into 1 is the unity element, is equal to 0. Okay, if n into 1 equal to 0 by our lemma, I can write n into a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R. Okay, because of lemma. Okay, so I have proved that n into a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R. But it does not mean that n is the smallest number for which n equal to 0 is true for every a belongs to R. To prove that n is the characteristic of the ring, I must establish that n is the smallest such number. So what I will do is I will assume that if there exists m belongs to n such that m is less than n and m into a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R, then we must have m into 1 equal to 0, because again I am using the lemma. If m equal to 0 for every a, then I can write m into 1 equal to 0 if ring has unity, and our ring has unity, that is given. Okay. And if m into 1 equal to 0, then that is a contradiction, because it contradicts the hypothesis which I have written in the result number 1. So this contradicts 1. Let me write this way. This contradicts the result 1, that n is the smallest positive integer, n is the smallest positive integer for which n into 1 equal to 0. Therefore, our supposition that if m less than n is given, then m into a equal to 0 is true, is not possible. So therefore n is the smallest integer is proved. N is the smallest positive integer such that n times a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R, and that means characteristic of R is equal to n. So from this theorem, it follows that if you want to find a characteristic of a ring which has a unity element, then it is very, very simple. So for example, an application of this result, so if you consider the ring, say Z11, plus 11, dot 11. Okay, we know that the ring R has unity element. This ring Z11 has the unity element, which is nothing but, say, class 1. Okay, I want to find the characteristic of the ring. So what should I do is I just keep on adding 1 with itself. So 1 into 1, this 1 is integer and this class 1 is the element of the ring. 1 into 1 is 1, which is not 0. Then 2 into 1, that means class 1 plus class 1, and this plus is the addition modulo 11. So class 2, which is not 0. Then 3 into 1, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 times, that is class 3, is again not 0. If you continue this way, it is obvious that when you reach this step, 11 times 1, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1, say to 1, that is 11 times, is nothing but you will get class 11. This is 11 times. Okay, and class 11 is class 0 in this ring Z11. So what we have proved is, for the unity element 1, we have 11 into class 1 is equal to 0, is equal to 0 of the ring. So therefore I can say directly now that characteristic of the ring Z11 is equal to 11. So very easy way to prove characteristic in a ring with unity element. Okay. Finally, we'll see that if you have an integral domain or say field, what is the characteristic of that integral domain? So let me prove a last important theorem. Prove that the characteristic of an integral domain is either 0, means infinite, or a prime number. So very, very important result. Okay, this is also a very important theorem. Let me prove this systematically. I will start with an integral domain. Let R plus dot be an integral domain. What is the meaning of integral domain? That is, R is a commutative ring with unity and has no zero divisors and has no zero divisors, means it is a ring without zero divisors. So this is just for the reference. What is our aim is to prove characteristic of this ring is either 0 or prime number. We don't know what kind of integral domain is given. So if characteristic of R is a ring, so if characteristic of R is 0, then the result is proved. Nothing to prove actually, result is proved. Okay, so let us assume that characteristic of R is not 0, is not equal to 0. So I must take characteristic of R is non-zero, means the ring has some characteristic, it is not infinite or 0. So characteristic of R is equal to, say, n. Okay, it is some positive integer where n is some positive integer. Okay, what is my aim is to prove this n is a prime number. To prove n is prime number. Okay, but before I prove that n is prime number, let me just tell you that characteristic of R is equal to n. As you know, it means n into a equal to 0 is true for every a belongs to R. So let me write here, that is n into a equal to 0 for every a belongs to R. So this is also a very important thing. We want to prove that number n is actually a prime number, and that will be proving by contradiction method. So suppose, if possible, m is not prime. Now let me say suppose not. Suppose not means suppose n is not prime. So this implies n is a composite number. If something is not prime, it is a composite number. So therefore we can write n as a product of two integers. Since it is composite, 15 is composite, so you can write 15 is equal to 3 into 5. So n you can write as say product of two integers. Let me use the symbol pq for say integers, because a and b we are using for elements of the ring. So n is equal to p into q, where we must have these factors 1 less than p less than n and 1 less than q less than n. This p and q cannot be 1 or n. Every integer has a factor between 1 to n. Okay, and if it is composite, these factors are not equal to 1 and not equal to n also. So let me call this as result number 1. Okay, now characteristic of R is equal to 0 and R has unity element. This is not 0. Characteristic of R is equal to n and R has unity element, say 1. Okay, so therefore I can write that n into 1 equal to 0, and n is the smallest positive integer here. N is the smallest positive integer for which n into 1 equal to 0. So this is also another important step. Okay, now let me consider an important step in this proof. consider say n into 1. Okay, that is equal to n is we have assumed that it is p into q. So I am putting the value of n, p into q into 1. Remember, p and q are integers and 1 is a unity element, that is the element of the ring R. This I can write as by our properties of this type of say algebraic expressions. This is equal to p into q into 1. I can write like this, p into q into 1. And this q into 1 is 1 plus 1 plus 1 q times, which is an element of the ring and which I would like to call say x. Let us put q times 1 is equal to x just for the time being. Now R has unity element, so I can rewrite this as p into 1 into x, because R has unity, 1 belongs to R is given. R is an integral domain, so it has a unity element. So I can replace x by 1 into x. Fine. And now I can use a result which we have proved earlier as this. I can rewrite as p into 1 into x. So what I am doing is I am using this result n times a into b, where a, b are elements of the ring, as n into a into b. Okay. So this is equal to say p into 1 into what was x? X is this thing, q into 1. This is equal to q into 1. So what I have proved is this p into 1 multiplied by q into 1 is equal to, the left hand side was n into 1 from which we have started. So this is equal to n into 1 is proved. Okay. But n into 1 is 0, that we have already mentioned, n into 1 equal to 0. So I can write that p into 1 into q into 1 is equal to 0. Okay. See, we have written here n into 1 equals 0 in result number 2. So let me write, this is because of 2. Okay. Now this is one element x, this is another element y, and x into y equal to 0 implies either x is equal to 0 or y equal to 0, because these elements are the elements of the integral domain. This equal to 0 or q into 1 equal to 0, because R is integral domain. So we are in the integral domain. So x into y equal to 0 implies either x is 0 or y is 0. R has no 0 divisors. Okay. But p into 1 equal to 0 or q into 1 equal to 0 contradicts the result 1. What is result 1? Result 1 is this, that n is the smallest positive integer such that n into 1, sorry, not result 1, it is result 2. It contradicts the result 2, that n is the smallest positive integer for which n into 1 equal to 0. And we have p is less than n. So p is even smaller than n and q is also smaller than n. Okay. So as I can write like this, as p is less than n and q is less than n, this contradicts, this last step or the last result contradicts that n, or let me write directly, contradicts the result 2. Contradicts the result 2. That n is the smallest positive integer such that n into 1 equal to 0. Therefore, our supposition must be wrong. Okay, from where we have started? We have started with our wrong assumption that this n is not a prime number. We wanted to prove n is prime, but we are assuming to a contrary, that suppose if possible n is not prime, and we assume that n is a composite number, and that's why we are getting this contradiction. So this supposition is wrong. Hence, what is proved is therefore n must be prime. But what is n? N is the characteristic. So that is characteristic of R, that is equal to n, is a prime number. What is R? R is an integral domain. So if characteristic of integral domain is not 0, it must be a prime number. And immediately you can say the same result is also valid for a field. So I can say as a corollary that characteristic of a field is either 0 or prime, or a prime number, because every field is an integral domain, and we have proved that characteristic of field is either 0 or prime, so there is actually nothing to prove. So this is all about characteristic of a ring. With the help of these results, now you can easily find characteristic of any given ring. Okay, so just keep on revising this, and we'll be meeting in our next lecture with the more examples about this ring. So till then, goodbye and thank you.